In the early hours of the 9th of May, 2022, the digital skyline of the cryptocurrency market didn't just flicker, it shattered. It was a soundless scream that echoed across server farms in California, trading desks in London, and apartments in Seoul. One moment, the world watched as a new financial paradigm promised to liberate humanity from inflation and centralized banking control. The next, $40 billion of perceived wealth evaporated into thin air. It wasn't a hack by an external hacker group. It wasn't a government freeze on assets. It was a collapse engineered from within. A mathematical inevitability disguised as innovation. We are standing at the precipice of the most significant financial failure in the history of digital currency. The man behind it all, Kwon, watched his empire crumble while he boarded a plane to escape the consequences. This is not just a story about code. It is a story about greed, hubris, and the terrifying fragility of trust built on algorithms that cannot breathe. To understand the magnitude of this disaster, we must first step back into the fever dream of 2021. The world was still reeling from a global pandemic, and capital was desperate for new avenues. Enter Kwon, a Korean-American entrepreneur with a vision that bordered on religious conviction. He didn't want to create another volatile asset like Bitcoin. He wanted to create something stable, something that could be used for daily transactions without the fear of waking up to a 20% loss. He built Terra, a blockchain ecosystem centered around an algorithmic stablecoin called UST. Unlike Tether or USDC, which held actual dollars in reserve banks, UST had no collateral backing it. Its stability was maintained by a mathematical relationship with another token on the chain, Luna. The promise was seductive. If you wanted to buy $1 worth of UST, you could burn $1 worth of Luna and mint new UST tokens. It was an elegant loop designed to keep the price pegged at exactly $1 through arbitrage incentives. At the height of its glory in early 2022, Terra had become a cornerstone of the DeFi ecosystem. Kwon was hailed as a visionary, appearing on international stages, speaking about financial freedom and the future of money. He looked like the face of Web3. Charismatic and forward-thinking, but beneath the polished presentations and the glossy marketing campaigns, the foundation was rotting. The system relied on continuous demand for Luna to absorb the pressure when UST holders wanted to redeem their tokens. It worked perfectly in a bull market where sentiment was high and confidence was absolute. But algorithms do not care about sentiment. They only care about math. And when the math stopped working, there was no safety net, no central bank, and no insurance fund to catch the fall. The unraveling began with a whisper. On the 7th of May, a small sell-off on UST caused its price to dip slightly below the dollar peg. In a healthy market, this would have triggered arbitrageurs to buy the cheap stablecoin and mint it back to restore balance. But in Terra's case, the selling pressure was too intense. The arbitrage mechanism required burning Luna to create more UST, which drove the price of Luna down. As Luna dropped, the confidence in the peg eroded further, causing more people to sell UST. This created a feedback loop known as a death spiral. Panic set in. Investors who had staked their life savings saw their portfolios turn into digital dust before their eyes. The market didn't just correct, it imploded. Within 48 hours, Luna lost over 90% of its value. The algorithmic mechanism that was supposed to stabilize the economy instead accelerated the collapse, burning through billions of dollars in liquidity until the peg broke irreparably. The technical reality is where the story becomes truly chilling for those who understand the architecture. UST was an